And we're back. Domagoj Nikola Branko, and this month's guest is Franka Vidović,
Standing.
who is Croatia's best squash player.
Yeah.
Number
Female
one.
squash player.
Best female squash
Yeah.
player. I'll quickly just go through what I've managed to pull out of this. Ranked number 1 European Squash Federation from under 13 through under 19.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
All right. You are now on full scholarship at University of Penn, Pennsylvania. That's Philadelphia.
Entering your junior year.
Ivy League, by the way.
Entering your junior Ivy League.
We've got to mention that.
Good thing there. You guys you individually are ranked 85th this year, I believe?
You mean Penn or me
You individually.
I guess if you...
I checked.
You checked? Okay, then that's right, I guess. Yeah.
Our research team.
Yeah,
Did the
I had
job.
my people looking.
Yeah.
Our research team.
Penn this year finished, I think, 4th in the rankings.
Women's team finished 3rd, and the boys actually won the league. They became national champion back to back.
Yeah.
Those are
So
big.
Second
Wow.
year in a row. Yeah.
And as far as I know, basically, in terms of squash at the collegiate level, Penn is basically a powerhouse. You guys are always in the top, right?
Yeah. Especially men, they've been like the powerhouse, as you said, like for the last few years. But now the girls are slowly like building their momentum as well. And obviously next year we hope it'll be our year to win as well and join the boys on that podium. So
And in the female, it's the top schools would be you
Yeah.
guys, Trinity, Harvard,
Yes.
Princeton.
yes, those are the top 4 mainly. Yeah. So Trinity won 2 years in a row now. So yeah,
So
that's about
they're
it.
the ones to beat, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean Harvard as well because they went second. So
It would be fun
Those are
beating
the-
Harvard just anyway because they're Harvard.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, you know, it's fun as well. But our rivals are mostly like Princeton. So I don't know if I should say that, but I mean
Yeah, of
everyone
course you
everyone
should,
knows
yeah.
it. But
Well, it's out of the bag now. You know, Princeton's going to watch this
set
video.
the vibe. But
Next time you come, they're all going to have copies of the video. And
yeah,
say,
yeah, they're just gonna show it to me before I come on court. But
yeah. As long as they
no,
click
it's
and
all right.
like, and
It's all friendly competition. So it's all right.
as
Yeah.
long as they click like and subscribe, we're good.
My first question actually would be the following. How and why squash growing up in Zagreb?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as you can probably tell, it was completely random. Because I started off, I was playing soccer or football, how I would say,
Yep.
in kindergarten, and I used to play with like boys and like little leagues like that. And then I switched a lot of sports. I switched with like tennis, and I played handball, and I tried everything before I got to squash actually. And at one point, I was playing handball, tennis, and squash at the same time. And then came like also a friend of mine, like Jan Cerovac, he still plays till this day with me, and he's also on the men's national team. He actually like his mom was trying to find a gym around the corner, like in our neighborhood, I mean, and she just like asked, "Oh, you guys see there's like squash?" And we were like, "What squash? Like I've never heard of that in my life." And she was like, "Oh, you guys should maybe try it." Then we went, we loved it at the first moment. We started training together from that moment, and we never stopped. And then obviously came the point where I had to choose between sports, because you can't, like, if you want to be professional in one sport, you have to kind of commit to one. And I actually didn't even flinch. I just said squash, honestly, because I was the worst at it. Like I had more of a talent, or I was naturally more good at handball and tennis, but like squash, for some reason I didn't get it first, and just didn't click with me. So I was like, no, I have to get it right. So I stuck to squash. Yeah.
Cool.
And that's not a decision that you regret.
No, absolutely not. Oh, absolutely not. So
Okay. So that was basically, it's almost like it was a personal challenge to you.
yeah, exactly. I don't know what kind of mindset that was being 8 years old, but I guess it got me here. So I'll always be grateful for that 8-year-old's mindset. So.
And obviously your parents supported you on that. They
Of
didn't say
course,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
handball, maybe a little better and anything.
No, they gave me
go for it.
complete freedom to choose whatever I want. Even
That's
if
good,
I
yeah.
said like, oh, I don't want to do sports, I want to do something else, they would say yes. If I said today, of course I'm not going to do that, but if I said I want to quit squash, they would say okay. So they always gave me like complete freedom to do whatever I want.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's good. That's
Outstanding,
important.
Yeah,
for
so
kids.
it kind of made it my decision. So that always makes it like more firm, if that makes sense.
And how did you find the transition from, so when you were playing in Croatia, when you were still competing for the national side, and I'm sure that maybe not the level of competition, but the way the competitions are organized, I would imagine still a difference. So how did you find the transition going to university?
So there's, I'd say, a few leagues when it comes to squash. Like there's obviously the junior leagues that kind of like brings you up and like makes you think about what you want to do after, if you want to play professionally or not, and kind of like sets the tone for the rest of your career. And playing junior squash versus professional squash versus college squash is totally three different things, especially because, and also for playing for national team is completely different, because yes, national team, how it works, it's like with women there's only like 3 matches, so 3 players, 1, 2, 3, but at college squash there's 9 players, so you have a team of 9, and then first 9 play all the matches. You need 5 matches to win, and with that like kind of concept of having 9 people playing and you're not playing for yourself anymore, coming out of juniors, that was the biggest transition for me, because I didn't have that much experience playing as a team, and then kind of gets you in a completely different mindset. And it was, at first it was weird, and you kind of have to like get adjusted to it. But I always also liked team sports, and I liked that aspect, and having the opportunity to finally like have squash in that kind of area, if that makes sense. So once I started playing like with a team, I just you get more energy, if that makes sense. Like even if you're
Supporting
down,
each other, you mean, like, yeah.
exactly. Even if you're like down in a match or something, your teammates like bring you up, and you just like get out of your head. Kind of. It's not like, oh, I'm playing bad, I'll just lose because I'm mad at myself. No, you have to play good so your team wins. And like also it adds another kind of pressure, because like if your matches, you always do like a match analysis of all 9 people, so you have like matches that, oh, that's a win for us, like we're supposed to win this match, and then there's some matches that are like, oh, 50-50 or something like that. And when your match is the one that you need to win, then it's like adds another pressure, because again, you're not playing for yourself.
Yeah, you got the team relying on you to come through.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you elaborate a little more about pro squash?
Yeah, so
How does that work?
yeah, I recently just started playing professionals. I mean, I played like a few tournaments when I was 16, but I never took it like really like seriously, if that makes sense. I did it more for like just the experience and like playing more matches. But now this year I started playing a lot more tournaments, and it's kind of similar to like ATP and tennis.
So it's like the tennis circuit.
Yeah, like the round robin tournaments and stuff like that, and also like the way points are like collected. You play tournaments, the higher you get more points, so on and so forth. So like there's few categories, from like satellite tournaments to challengers. Those are like the higher ones. Then you have like bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and platinum. So those are like the highest ranked tournaments. So right now I'm playing more like, I played a few satellites, but now I'm more in the like challenger events. So yeah, I'm just trying to also like build my points with that, which is kind of difficult, playing college squash from like November to like March. So that takes so much of like your year to play like other tournaments. So I try to do it like either before or after a season.
Right.
So yeah.
And what are the main countries for pro squash?
Yeah.
Is it like, I'm imagining maybe Saudi Arabia or something like that, or
Yeah.
like what kind of countries are there?
So the top squash country is Egypt right now, and has been
yeah.
for the last 10-15 years. And it's a powerhouse. There's like in top 50 women's, I think there's probably like 20 or maybe more, maybe less, top of the Egyptian women. And they've always been like the strongest players. And I've actually, like last year I went to like this kind of a camp. I went to train in Egypt, and I can tell you, I definitely see why they are the best. It's just the intensity is so much different. It's so much more competitive. I'm comparing this to like Europe mostly.
What do
Let's
they
say.
take it more seriously, or what's the?
They
More
just
focus on it, I guess. or
yeah,
what?
it's just like, so the concept is like, you have to get better, and you have to like just score more points or something just to get on court. Because like when you have like not team practices, but like joint practices with like a lot of people, there's like, let's say there's like 2 or 3 courts. Like you have to stay on court, you have to get the points to stay on court so you can train. Like there's 10,000, not 10,000, but like
right.
like there's 10 little kids like just waiting to get on court, and they all like so hungry, they want to beat you. Like I was playing matches against like 17-year-olds. They want to like take your hat off, like in the most like friendly
So,
way. Like they
they're
just want to
hungry
beat.
as
Yeah,
we
they just
speak,
want to
yeah.
beat you, and it just puts that like they're not scared of you. And I think that's the main component they have. They're not scared of anyone. Like if they're 16 years old, they're playing the world #1. They're not gonna be scared. They're just gonna go out there and play.
Wow.
So
Wow, yeah.
that's, I think it's mostly like that mindset and that competitiveness that they bring to the game. Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, well, I guess we all want to know, is how you got your scholarship. How did you get to UPenn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also like it's the same story with me playing squash. It was also like kind of random, but I was it was actually like during like COVID time, and also like I was so like unsure about what I was gonna do with squash because I didn't know what I was gonna continue, if like how long is this gonna go for, if I'm gonna get out of shape. I mean, obviously I was still like training at home, and everyone knows what everyone was doing at that time. But and then Penn actually reached out to me first. There was also like some other schools, but Penn was the first one. I remember at that time's assistant coach messaged me on Facebook about University of like Pennsylvania and stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know what Penn was. That was the first time I've ever heard of it, let alone that it was an Ivy League school and stuff like that. And then I was like, I showed it to my parents. So look, this guy, you know, like wants me to come, and they were like, "Is this a scam?" Like he messaged me on like Facebook.
Right.
I mean, we'll see, you know. And then I hopped on a call with my like today's coach, Jack Wyand. Like he's the head women's coach. And like that time, the assistant coach was Stuart Crawford. He's England's national coach right now. So yeah, he left last year, I think. Then I just spoke to them, and I really liked how they approached everything, and yeah, that's how it started basically. And then I kept in contact. That they kind of made the most amount of effort
Yeah, of
towards
course,
me.
yeah.
That's what like separated them from everyone else. They were like the most welcoming, and I also like visited at some point because I played the U.S. Junior Open in Philadelphia. So yeah, I came to visit, and I really liked the vibe. I like the team, and the venue is obviously like beautiful. Like it's a very it's very new, and we have like 2 glass courts, and there was nothing not to like basically.
Yeah.
How long
So-
before that Facebook message and you're going actually to Philadelphia?
So it was like 2.5 years, something like that.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
because
okay.
it starts like a little bit early. Actually, funny story. So I know there's a rule that like schools can't contact you before you're like in your junior year. I kind of pretended I did not know that. You know, like I'm Croatian, I don't know how it works. So because I was of age, because I started school here when I was 7, so I finished high school when I was 19, as opposed to US when they usually finish around like 17, 18.
Yeah.
So when they contacted me, I just forgot to mention I was a sophomore in high school. But yeah, I just made it like in my head, I wanted to like get them to remember me, and then they said, "Oh, okay, we'll contact you again once you're in junior year." You know, so
Okay.
we make everything, you know,
Yeah.
up to protocol.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I just wanted, you know, to have that little spark in their head just to remember. But
Yeah, that's cool. Good tactic.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And they offered you a full ride, like for the 4 years or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's in Ivy Leagues. There's
Yeah.
like the scholarship cannot be like full
okay.
scholarship. There's not like such thing, but it's, I would say like 85-90%. So it's still a
Wow, yeah.
really
That's awesome,
generous
yeah.
amount.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean,
and that's room and board. You get your all
yeah,
everything
like
covered, right?
like dorm,
Yeah.
but dorms are only for like first 2 years. So I got that out of the way already. Now I'm living like off campus. But that like dining and like your actual scholarship and everything like comes with it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, it's a solid deal, especially
Great, yeah.
given
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
That's such a good thing. Yeah, it's nice to hear too. Now, I have a question regarding squash. Like, is it okay we go back to the actual
Yeah.
game?
Of course.
I read an interview with you, and you said that you liked squash because it's like chess.
Yeah, it's a common like a way of describing squash. Actually, I like to say it's like a speed chess or like a fast chess,
Okay.
because it's like when you think about it, there's like half a second for you to make a decision,
Sure.
and also when you think about like the court itself, like the game seems simple, like in words, like oh you're just supposed to play the ball where your opponent is not.
This is what I want to hear.
exactly. But like it's not that simple because like there's like obviously patterns of play and everything you need to like think about once you're like, oh, if my opponent is facing this way, I look at it I look at her in the back of my eye. Okay, then I have to play it here. Then you have to like strategize a lot. Like it's not about who hits the hardest or who's the fastest, who's the fittest. It's about like who outsmarts the other person.
Have you got any
basically.
like set routine where it gets them every time? You know what I mean?
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to say because, like, obviously, every player has a specific set of plays that they like always come to. And for me, it's like I like to like volley because I'm obviously like I'm like a taller player, so I like to get in front of them, so they have to like move around me. Them now it's kind of like abstract for me to say that, but like if you're in court, you would kind of see that.
I think I get it.
Yeah.
And there must be scouting reports or something, right?
Yeah.
Like you're playing whatever Samantha Johnson.
Yeah.
You know, like okay, she does this and she does that. and
Yeah,
she's
I
the
mean,
best, or-
obviously, like you always do like videos day before,
was
at
gonna
least.
ask.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I was gonna
yeah.
ask.
At least
Film,
for me,
yeah, yeah.
like there's
The tape don't lie.
yeah. Obviously, like there's players that like doing different things. Some players don't even like watching their opponent because, like, at the end of the day, it does depend on like you can't change your game that much for a specific opponent. You always have to come back to like what you're good at, but you also have to see how you're gonna apply what you do well for like against that person. But obviously, you want to know in the back of your head, oh, okay, I don't know, she attacks from the back a lot, or she is fast side to side, but is not fast front back. Let's say, you know, like all of those little things. I actually always do that before a match. Like I write the opponent's name, and then I mean I'm not gonna say everything now.
Yeah, of
I
course.
don't want to take it
Oh, no,
away.
no,
Like,
give up the
yeah,
secrets.
yeah, give it away. But like I give myself a strategy, and also like try to also have a little part where I just focus on myself and tell myself, oh, what am I gonna do? Like just focus on me, like not regarding the opponent.
Okay, and what about squash in Croatia?
Yeah.
How well is it organized? How is the infrastructure? And then there's also funding, right?
Yeah. So
Tell us a bit about that.
yeah, right now we have the like a Croatian Squash Association.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of help actually from the Croatian Olympic Association, which now has been a great help because obviously since squash got into the Olympics for the 2028 in LA, like obviously that was a huge breakthrough for the sport and something the sport has been like working towards for the last 15, 20 years. And we finally did it. So I really appreciate the help from like our local committee for giving us all the funds and like opportunities for that. But also it's not like that big of a sport, and still it's not recognized from a lot
Right.
of
Yeah.
sponsors and like investors, which is kind of a shame because when it's kind of obviously awkward to ask for like sponsorships and like funds. But I think what's misunderstood about squash, like squash in Croatia specifically, that we don't need like $10,000. Like what we need is like €100 is already like a really big donation for our like association. So like anything is of
And
help.
that goes towards what? Like from shoes to
Yeah,
socks to shirts
it
to
goes to, like-
plane tickets, accommodations.
Yeah, exactly. As you said, like it's mainly for like the men's and women's national team, and it goes to like to sponsor like rackets and like shoes, as you said, like all the gear plus travel expenses for when we go to like I don't know European team
China,
events.
we just said, right?
Yeah, 'cause
You've been
I'm
everywhere.
Yeah, I mean I've been everyone like in Europe, and
Egypt.
oh yeah, I've been
China?
to- Yeah, okay. I'm
Going
about to
to
go.
China.
I'm about to go to
Yeah.
China.
About to go to China.
Yeah, playing World Games in Chengdu in beginning of August. So
Must
yeah,
look
that's
forward to
also I'm so excited because it's also like the first like world like big
Yeah.
event that I'm playing, which is like almost like an introduction to Olympics. Hopefully
Okay,
one
tell us
day.
about the Olympics. How do you
Yeah.
get in? Like, are you going to be in the Olympics? Are you going to get a gold medal? And I can say, I know that girl.
I mean, obviously, like I would pray for anything just to like get into Olympics.
How does it work? Can you?
Yeah.
Is there a good chance? Like, you're the
So-
top Croatian player?
Yeah. So right now I'm the like #1 Croatian
Right.
player, but the one thing is which got really complicated this year. There were supposed to be 32 players, and then obviously you would go for like from the like professional rankings, then you get like a cutoff. But also since it's Olympics, it can be like 50 players from one country. So they limited it to like two people per one country. So also like as I said, like Egypt was the
Right.
main like country
Powerhouse, yeah.
powerhouse.
But male, female, or 2 women, 2 men, or
No. It's like separate. So like
Okay.
two like
2 women?
yeah, it
2
was
men.
supposed to be 32 women, 32
Okay,
men.
okay.
So like it's two separate like categories, and then it was like kind of made sense. Like oh okay, like 32, which means like you have to be kind of in a top 70 for women. So like because all the Egyptian players, most of them are going to be like eliminated, if that makes sense, which is too bad because they're all amazing players, and it's like kind of unfair when you think about it. Because
But it's a national thing. It goes by countries, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
but also like a
Or
funny
region,
thing is
yeah.
like there's top 3 players like right now on the tour, like 1, 2, 3 are all 3 Egyptian. So it's crazy that one of them is not going to be able to make it to the Olympics when they're so
Yeah.
much more above anyone else, like the top 3, which is like kind of unfair, but like it's still Olympics, so it has to differ in some way.
Yeah,
You know,
of
it
course,
can't
yeah.
be like the World Championships.
Right.
But yeah, as I said, with 32 players, it kind of like gave everyone else a shot, like to like get up there because there's 2 people per country, and I was like, oh, okay, so I don't have the aspect of like having to be number 1 or like having to like beat 1, 2, 3 in Croatia. I was like, oh, I'm the only professional player, so it's like that route is easier for me. And also, but they would also divide it from like continents because every continent has to be represented. So it would be like maybe like 4 from Europe or something like that. But now what they did, they limited it to 16 players,
Oh,
which is kind of
So they have to.
outrageous.
They cut it
That's
in half.
outrageous.
Okay.
Yeah, they
why?
cut it
Why
in
did
half.
They do that?
I honestly think it's kind of maybe like I don't know, laziness. I don't know. I don't want to assume.
It's not like, a soccer field and it lasts
Yeah.
90
Yeah,
minutes. And
yeah, exactly. And
That
it's like
sucks.
it's also gonna be like boring. Like we want to keep the sport in the Olympics. You know, we don't want to
Yeah.
have like 4 matches and then like like the sport is done. You know, like we
Yeah.
want to keep it for the games in 32, which honestly ultimately would be my main goal, the games in 32, just because of this aspect. Because
Right.
I'm not limiting myself to like not being able to climb to that like top 50 or something, but right now because I'm in college and I don't have as much time to get the points,
right.
it's kind of difficult. Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the only reason. But also because we don't know if there's going to be like tournaments or something like qualifiers or something. Like with that, it's more likely. But also European like league is really strong.
So you're giving up points so that you can study, right?
Yeah, study and play for
and play
college.
for college,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
But
'cause
you
you have to
play for
fulfill your
college so you can
obligations.
study.
Yeah,
and
of course.
You have
Yeah,
obligations.
because it takes up so much of your like a chunk, as I said, a chunk of your year, and also like you have matches every week. It's not like I can or would play tournaments in between that, because also I'm compromising my performance for the team, which is also not okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of like a sacrifice you need to give up, but obviously I'm gonna try my best. I'm still
you're
gonna
gonna-
try.
You're going to get a degree out of it, and I think that's
Yeah,
the
I'm
most important
like
thing.
it's not I'm giving up something for getting something bad. Like I'm
Yeah,
still
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
very grateful for the position I am in, but still like if that's why at least I hope it stays until the games in 32. So that would be like if that's the case, I would devote my whole time after college to getting into the Olympics.
Awesome.
So they've put it in this year. It's not like an exhibition sport.
Yeah, no.
It's
no.
an official sport.
It's an official sport, yes.
So they would have to like find a reason to get rid of it then.
Yeah.
I know some countries, they used to allow them to introduce like an exhibition sport.
Yeah.
And then it was questionable whether that would become an Olympic sport.
Yeah, no,
That's
this
how
year
Taekwondo got in when it was.
Yeah, no, this year it's an actual like sport being played there. But also we have like so little information about how it's gonna work. I mean it's kind of obvious, like there's gonna be like a draw and then like but it's 16 people. It's like
Yeah.
it's
I
nothing.
want to go
and-
back to that for a second. So they cut it from 32 to 16. Basically, they cut it in half.
Yeah.
And it's still 2 people per country.
I assume so. Like as I said, like there's
that's
not
really
a
limiting.
it's
8
and
countries.
also when you when you think about it, it's divided by continents. And you have like North America, you have
Yeah.
South America, you have like Europe, you have Africa, you have Asia, and like obviously New Zealand and Australia, and like it's maybe it's gonna be
Oceania.
like one player per
Continent.
country or that per continent.
And
or
maybe 2,
something.
yeah. So you'd have to be like the 1 or 2 in all of
Yeah,
Europe.
and also when you think about it, for Europe, like they're not gonna take someone from Croatia when you have someone from England, France, Germany, like those countries. You know, like you have to be realistic.
Realistically,
Jeez
it sounds like a bit of a scam.
Yeah,
Yes,
tell me about it.
To be blunt.
Just
Yeah.
to kind of put
No,
a
I mean-
fine underlining on that.
Look into the camera and say that again.
It's a scam.
No, obviously, I don't want to make excuses for myself
Yeah.
or anything.
No, I don't
It's
think that's
just-
making excuses. I mean, I think everything that you've said makes perfect sense to me. In fact, makes much more sense than a lot of people choose to do while pursuing different sports. The focus is still long-term education. There's, I get that all makes perfect sense to me. But it seems like you're through piss poor organization, you're being robbed of an opportunity to fight for an opportunity to appear in Olympic Games.
Kind of
Yeah.
goes
And
against the
obviously-
Olympic principle.
Yeah, it sounds stupid to me.
I mean, obviously, like when I think of Olympics, there's so many surprises that can happen. Like it's not like, oh, this person is definitely going to win the Olympics. Of course, you have like favorites, but like it's the Olympics. The stakes are so much higher, and like it would make it more interesting to have players from all over the world, and
Yeah.
not to limit it to like the main like biggest like countries in the world or something.
As you
Yeah,
were talking, as
exactly.
you were explaining that, going through my mind was Eddie the Eagle. You guys will know who I'm talking about. You probably won't know this, but Eddie the Eagle was apparently a ski jumper from the United Kingdom, from England, I believe.
I think he was the only one.
Yeah, and because you could get it, if any country in any sport could have one person go, right? Well, he didn't meet any of the norms, but that's not the case here.
Yeah.
No, he meant the qualifying norm in the tournament, but they changed the qualifying norm.
These guys
after
were
him.
jumping. These guys were jumping 95 to 110 meters. He was jumping 53 on a good day with the wind at his back.
I don't
Well,
think he even made
you-
53, but the qualifying norm was something like 15.
Again.
and then they
Wow.
changed it because somebody's going to get hurt. 'Cause
Yeah, like-
he almost.
Yeah.
But again, my point is here that you're
That's
not
crazy, yeah.
you're not in a position where you're going like, well, look, I'm 2000th in the world, but I'd really like to go. That's not the case. You're European number one. You've got all of this behind you, and it's like they're trying to make it difficult for you to make.
I mean,
make it.
technically, like just to emphasize, I was number one when I was under 19. So I'm
Yeah.
currently not like the best European. Just to say,
No,
like
no,
I don't want
yeah,
to
okay.
give
Fair enough, but
misinformation.
Yeah, but fair enough. But like I said,
Like eventually, I feel like that would be one of my goals, like to be the best European on tour. So like, I would just need more time or just to keep the sport until like in the Olympics until 32. Like if that happens, that's fine. Like I'm not gonna make any excuses. I'm not gonna say anything. But yes, it does make it very difficult that
Yeah.
it's only 16 players.
That's crazy.
Isn't Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović on the International Olympic Committee?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Shouldn't we get her to push for this sport?
Yeah, I
are
mean,
you suggesting
that's a
writing,
good
writing a
idea.
congressman?
Yeah, right. To your local,
Oh, I'm suggesting if,
or your local former president.
First of all, she's all about women's rights, and
Yeah.
second of all, she's on the committee. You'd think you'd push for somebody in our country.
yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Just hinting in case she watches this.
yeah.
Who are your sponsors now? Are you allowed to say that, or?
Yeah, I am because I don't have any. Yeah,
So-
technically. Yeah,
had
I mean,
to mention
we get
all of them,
sponsored,
didn't you?
like the college, like our league gets sponsored by like Nike and stuff like that. But me personally, as an individual, I do not have a sponsor.
How was it
What is-
fitting into college life in the USA?
I mean, obviously, just coming from like Croatia, like a Balkan country, it's very different, like mindset and everything, like being in the US. But honestly, everyone was like so welcoming, and you kind of, as an athlete, you kind of get lucky because you get like thrown into a community that with people that have to like you because like you're on a team. I mean, at least pretend to like you. But yeah, so that made it a lot easier. And when you have like a lot of people around you, you can make friends more easily. And also like Americans in general are very like approachable, like I would say.
Yeah,
Like, so, and also like,
Almost as good as Canadians.
yeah, yeah, sorry, yeah, almost as good as Canadians. But
There's a thing between them.
yeah.
It's called a border.
This unspoken
Yeah.
thing between us.
But how was the thing being Croatian? Were they like, where is that? Or like, oh my goodness, she's Croatian. That's got an awesome reputation for being like a sports.
Yeah, I
country.
mean, there was like mixed reactions. Like obviously, because it's a I like to believe, you know, there's a lot of like smart people there because like it's an
Yeah.
Ivy League school. So like a lot of people, especially like my teammates and stuff, like they know what Croatia is. They can show it on a map. You know, they've heard about it before. Maybe because of Game of Thrones, but still, like,
Yep.
still like that still counts in my book. But
I don't know. They come here look for King's Landing.
Yeah.
It's kinda weird.
no, but also I had some like I got asked if I was Russian a lot of times, or if I could speak Russian, or if I was from the SSR and stuff like that. You know, so,
Yeah.
SSR.
I think that
yeah.
boils down to a lot of. They're so big.
Yeah.
So they end up being just concentrated on their local area. And
Yeah.
Well,
They're not
anything
even
that's not
aware of
France, Italy,
international
it's
news.
Russia, right?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
oh, you're from Europe?
Right?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
From, I am from Europe, but I'm not. I'm Croatian.
Soviet. Yeah.
They're Americans.
that's
I mean, come on. They would come to Canada in July with their skis.
Well, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Nah,
Or just like
Canadian guys got me in trouble.
Keep digging. All right. In terms of student life, academics, that's one thing. Getting accepted through the team and this and that must have also been a bit of a culture shock in terms of going from Zagreb to keg stands and the party life in university, right?
Yeah.
It must have been a bit of a shock, right?
Yeah, I mean, also like just the system by itself, like an academic system, is like so different than here. I mean, obviously, I was never enrolled in university here, so I can't say from like a first-person perspective like how it is. But like hearing from, like I have an older sister that was in like med school here in Zagreb, and all my friends, like I see that there's a lot of like bigger differences, but also the system is so different, so it's very hard to compare. I feel like I wouldn't say it's kind of easier than here in Croatia, I would say, a little bit, but it's also like structured so differently because like in the US you constantly have to be like on top of your work. You constantly have to like do homework and stuff like that. You can't just like have a week, oh, I'm not doing anything. Whereas here, like you can have a week or two where you're like, oh, I'm just gonna like study later. I can go on this different date of the exam. Here you just have the exam is on this date, So like I see a lot of those differences, but I like when it comes to the comparison, it's very hard because it's completely different. So yeah,
The organization is actually completely
yeah,
two different concepts.
yeah,
right?
exactly.
definitely.
Also, like, I mean, it's kind of nice that like our school like finishes in like mid-May. When I come back, all of my friends kind of hate me because I'm like done with school. They're still like doing exams till like mid-July, and they're gonna hate me for saying this. But then yeah. I'm also like just always asking them, oh, do you want to get coffee? No, I can't. I'm studying. I'm like, oh, you're so lame, I'm gonna get mad.
It's sunny outside.
Yeah,
let's go.
where are you studying?
You got to study. Suck it.
But do they give you any like flexibility, leeway in terms of academics? Like saying, hey, I got a tournament right now. Can I do it on a different date? Or
Oh,
do you have
I
like a
mean,
personal tutor that's like,
yeah.
you missed class today. Yeah, I'm gonna come in.
Yeah,
or-
honestly, athletes don't get that much benefit. Like if we don't get special treatment, we don't get like
Okay.
early admission for classes, nothing like that. Like we still have the same type of exam, like everything. But also there's always like kind of if you have a tournament or you have a match on that day, like your like athletic / academic advisor is gonna help you out with that and then say like, oh, you can do the quiz the next day or like like you can switch that around, but it's not very common. Like it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna say like I'm an athlete, then I'm gonna switch my exam. I'm not gonna do the homework. I'm gonna get out of that. Not really. So like you still have to like do as much as anyone else when you have less time to study, technically,
Yeah.
and you're like more tired physically and stuff. But I mean, it pays off. Like the experience is amazing. So yeah, I don't think it's that hard in the end. Yeah.
And you spend your summers here in Croatia, right?
Yeah, mostly like because I came back like 2 times right now, like in summer, because I finished my freshman, then my sophomore year. But I also like, as I said, like when I'm doing like professional tournaments and stuff, like I travel a lot in like May and June, just to like get points, because that's the only time basically when I can do it. So I do like a lot of like trips around Europe and stuff, like to get like tournaments in. So yeah.
And when you're competing, when you know you have a tournament coming up, what's your daily routine? Are you up before 6? Is it like 4 a.m. workouts or what?
No,
like,
no, no. I don't really believe in like the 4 a.m. wake up call.
Like Kobe
and stuff.
Bryant kind of
no,
thing?
No,
you
no,
know?
I
I'm
prioritize
thinking
Mamba
myself.
Rocky
mentality.
with the 5
No, no,
eyes. You know?
No, anyone that knows me knows that I like not to sleep in, but like get my 8 hours, and everything.
Okay.
But I mean, my day to day like routine depends on like where I'm at. If I'm in the U.S. or I'm here, like it's very different. Obviously, here when I don't have schoolwork and stuff, I have more like leeway. Like I would always get like 2 sessions a day. Like one is either like a physical training, which takes like 2 hours, and then
Weight training.
yeah, weight training,
Yeah.
like lifts and like conditioning
Cardio.
and stuff. Depends on what my coach Dražan has for me. And then in the afternoon or evening, I would like do more like squash based. But again, it depends so much like where I'm at, like how long there is before the tournament, or like if I'm like 4 weeks out or something. Like it depends. But yeah, lately I've just been like in season, out of season, like so much. Like I've just been in different seasons for so long. I didn't really have a time where I was just like I'm just training. But I did give myself that like in the last month. So
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have like a nutritionist at the school? Is it like you gotta this kind of meals or
yeah, I
you
mean
have to fulfill anything?
yeah, you have like access to a nutritionist.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, and like psychologist and stuff like that. But I personally like haven't used it. Not because I don't think they're good. It's just like I didn't really like feel
Okay.
the need to. and
Okay, so
also-
they're available if you need them.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
what I want,
Yeah,
That's cool.
Exactly.
And when one thing actually I want to go back about the film. I'm curious about this because I know what it was like when I was in university. Do you guys actually do like film practice with your coaches and go through
Yeah.
your next opponent
Yeah.
or whatnot?
Our head coach Jack, he usually like before a big match or something, like if we're playing like Harvard or any of the like Ivies when it's Ivy League season, like we always like, I mean it's also like if you want to, but usually like he makes all the top 9, which is fair. Like watch video with him. Like we get into his office and then like we all watch our specific opponent with him. We get like bullet points, but it's like individual. So like every player gets a different game plan because there's not really a universal game plan you can do for all 9 players because we're all so different. So yeah, then we like go through a match, like we watch the entire thing and then say what we both think and like make a plan. Yeah.
Okay. And you obviously have a weekly practice schedule with the coach and as a team and whatnot.
Yeah.
What's that look like for you? Because like you obviously also have a full day of school, right?
Yeah.
So is it like a 2-hour practice playing squash with the team or?
Yeah, I mean, depends on day to day and also like the semester, because like obviously you have sometimes like different practice schedules and stuff. But like how my last like this spring semester looked like, it was more like you would have like one set practice, which would take like hour and 15, hour and a half, like with the whole team, and then you have 2 lifts per week, and also and then squash 5 days per week. But most of us, because a lot of people there are doing also professional squash, train twice a day. So we would like meet up, I don't know, at 5 p.m. like right in between classes. Then we like play with each other. Almost everyone does extra sessions. So it's like, yes, we do have this amount of set practices, but everyone does more, which kind of I think is also the reason why we're kind of at the top of the league. But yeah, also because we have so many like professional or wannabe professional players.
Okay, so what I'm leading to
Yeah.
with that is, at what point then? Because you've obviously got a very full schedule during the academic year.
Yeah.
Then you've got a very full schedule in terms of you trying to collect these points because you want to move up in the rankings, and you've got a full schedule in terms of like national team and the goal to. Do you need that? Do you take that 1 week off a year just to I got to clear my mind and I got to give my body a break?
Yeah, I literally went on like a 1 week vacation with my friends last week. So I just got back from it. Hopefully I have a tan. No, but yeah, I try to like, as much as, like in professional sports, a lot of trainers and everything think like, oh, you're supposed to be like in shape and like training all the time. Yes, that is true. Like you have to take care of yourself, but I'm a big believer in like giving yourself a little bit of like time to just like not think about anything, just like lay on the beach and like just swim and just be also like I mean, I'm not a teenager anymore, but like a youngster, let's say, and just like have fun, not think about your sport, and like you like as much as you need to give your body a rest, you need your mind to rest a little bit, just to
Definitely.
get away
Definitely.
from everything. And I also know for myself, like personally, as a person, I like getting away a little bit, and then every time I come back, I actually play better.
Yeah.
And like just when I get my
Yeah, of
head out
course.
of it, because like you stop like overthinking and you're not focused on every little detail. You just like play, and you're like you reset your mind, and you can get
Yeah.
after it again. So
And for let's say it's match day. Okay, so are you what's the word I'm looking for? Suspicious. Superstitious. That's it.
Yeah.
Are you suspicious of your
Suspicious.
opponent? I was like,
I just like to say we're going to leave that in.
do you like tie your left shoe first, or like an hour before
Yeah.
you match? Like, what do you
Oh,
do? Do
yeah.
you listen to
Like-
music, or
Like
what's your
Ivanišević
mindset?
used to. All these,
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you
I
do
mean,
it?
I'm not like super like superstitious. Like I don't know, like Nadal when he does his hair thing.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
Yeah, not like that. Like, but what I like to do, like if let's say I have a tournament, and then the first day I come and like in the hotel or something, I like if I win the first day, I like having the same routine.
Oh, awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
having.
you're repeating
Okay,
it,
I'm
like-
gonna eat the same thing. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
like
yeah.
like
Yeah.
get at the club at the same time, or like I'm gonna listen to this like I don't have like a song that I always play. Like I'm gonna listen to this specific music in this order. This
Yeah.
is how I'm gonna warm up.
So you don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's just like
awesome, yeah.
mentally, you
Yeah,
know, like
okay.
I
think
like
that's
having.
normal. I think
it's-
everybody does that.
Yeah,
in
it's
everything,
not like
you know.
oh if I mess something up I'm gonna like lose it and I'm gonna lose the match. Not in that way, but I just like having, like a similar routine. Let's say.
And do you like being alone before the match, or do you like hang out with your teammates, or?
Yeah, I mean, like a few hours before a match, because like in college squash, kind of different. You can't really just be on your own.
Yeah.
Like because we always have like, if the matches are usually like at like 12 or like 1 p.m. So like in the morning you have to get like team breakfast and like just hang out with the team, which I think it's a good thing and I really like. So like yeah, then you just chat about nothing, like not even squash, you just like get into like your zone. And then afterwards, like before the match, like when I'm about to warm up and stuff, I like to be alone. Like I just put my headphones in, get in the zone, like have to get on court. And also with college squash, it's like you kind of have to like estimate when you're gonna get on court if you're not the like the first one playing. So it's like you're not really supposed, like our coach always emphasizes, like don't watch like your teammates because then you just get like in your head, which yes it is true, but sometimes it's so hard to like get yourself away from that because like they're playing right before you. Then like if it's a close match, I can just turn it off, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
especially if your like close friend is playing, like you get emotionally involved, but like oh no, I have to like, like get away from that. But I mean, it's what makes it fun, like it's a different challenge in a way. So.
What's the the
no,
longest match you've ever played? Like, in tennis you could
Yeah.
smash somebody in an hour, or it could last 6 hours.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
what's the?
like my matches, I don't think either any of them went beyond like hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
But now, especially in the women's game, like the professionals, like let's say top 10, like their matches last up to like hour and a half, hour 45, like. And there's usually not a match that lasts long, like shorter than like 45 minutes or an hour. Like hour is like minimum, like which is crazy because it didn't used to
So
be like
intense,
that. Yeah, especially women's game, like it got so much more physical in the last like 5 years, like after COVID, because
Yeah.
it never used to be like that. Like the matches used to be like 30, 45 minutes, like not. I mean, it's very intense. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Like even though it's a lot shorter than like tennis. But also, like, there's less breaks. Also, in between points, you only get, like 10, 15 seconds to, like, get serve and, go. And also, like, there's only a minute and a half or two, depends on the tournament, like, in between, like, games or, like, sets. So, yeah, there's a lot less breaks. But now it's crazy for how long they're able to play.
Well, I think that's a good sign. It means the
Yeah.
sport's continually
Absolutely,
advancing going forward,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
like
exactly.
definitely more interesting and more dynamic, and it's
Yeah.
better for viewers and for the athletes themselves, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The competition's higher, it's better.
Exactly. Especially, like, not even talking about the men. The men's physicality is crazy.
insane,
Like,
yeah.
I would say, like, top players are one of the fittest people on earth. Like, I would strongly, like, believe that. So,
Is there any ever physical contact between your opponent?
Oh yeah.
Like, get the hell out of my way kind of
Yeah.
thing, or like, oops, I smashed you.
Yeah, the funny thing is, squash is not supposed to be a contact sport.
Oh, yeah.
But since you're like basically in a box with another person, like,
Yeah, swinging a racket.
there's
all
no
over the
way.
place.
Yeah.
Is
That's
there like
crazy.
an element of etiquette, like, or are there girls actually running into you or
Yeah.
standing in your way on purpose? And
Yeah. Now this is a very controversial question
okay,
because, like, yes, there's an etiquette you're supposed to like follow. You're not supposed to step into your opponent's path. Like that's
Yep.
actually a rule. You cannot like
well, I mean,
block
like
a path.
when I say etiquette, I mean like not doing that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is
yeah.
it like it's not a gentlemanly thing, you're women, but you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like a politeness thing and that everybody sticks to, or are they starting to break it?
Yeah, like I would say that's how it's supposed to be, and that's how it's been for the like past few years. But now and like lately, those rules have kind of been like altered and broken, especially kind of in the men's game, not as much as women's. But because there's like subtle ways that you can. I mean, this is very like again abstract, but there's subtle ways that you can like kind of block your opponent out from the path,
Yep.
and it's very hard to see like with the ref. But now since we have like video referee and stuff, it's easier to see.
Oh, you have video referees, so
Yeah,
they can
yeah.
see and call let, no let.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but also there's like a rule you get a certain number of like replays, like when the like reviews, sorry, where a player can call a review. Let's say I call like I get a let on my decision, and I call like, oh, I want a review because I want the stroke. Let's say, and then the ref can like change their opinion. I mean, the video referee
Yeah.
changes their opinion.
Yeah.
But
So-
if the referee changes their opinion, do you lose one chance to call for the
One
video
challenge?
review?
So
a challenge?
if I call it and they change their opinion like in my favor, I don't lose it.
Okay. Yeah,
But if they call it and then they keep it the same or give it like even worse for me, then I lose it.
and how many of them do you have per game?
I'm not sure. Like it's different than for professional. I think it's 2 per game if
Right.
I'm not wrong, or like 3 per match or something like that. But if it's like a tie break, if it's like 10-all because the game is played until 11, then you get another one.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
Well, I think that the video aspect is good. I mean, that's gonna
yeah.
help the referees, and because it's so subtle, like you said, it's gonna be difficult for them to call it, right?
Yeah,
So
but
now
now
have the
they've
video.
started punishing it more, because like in the past few years, like players got away with it pretty easily, and like everyone that was close, like or could see it or knew the player would see it, and like obviously the player that was getting all the heat and like the blocking was like very frustrated and it took you out of your game completely. But now it's became like apparent that like everyone's like, even like us as college players, we're like, okay, we have to know how to deal with it if the ref doesn't see it, like, which I don't really like, because I like the
It's
idea.
accepting it in a way,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like the idea of having a clean sport and like just it's the best when you have a clean match. Like yes, it's competitive, yes, it's very close, but if it's clean, then it's like you enjoy it almost. But when it's close and then players start doing certain things, it's like it gets very frustrating, because like obviously your adrenaline is so high and you're like stressed
Yeah.
because you want to win the match, and then maybe like you take it out on them as well in a different way, you know, like not that I do that or want to do that, but sometimes also your like emotions like get to you because
Heat of
it's
the moment, yeah.
yeah, because also like any athlete knows like how heated you get and how like the almost like poisons you how much you want to win, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's become very like not frustrating in a game. Also like seeing that on video and like certain players getting away with it constantly. But yeah, they started punishing it, like the referees. So I think it's getting better. But I hope they make like a new set of rules or something. So like it gets like more, you know, like more like punished.
Well, I guess being an Olympic sport, it would be a step in that direction.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially in the Olympics, I would not want to see something like that. You know, for us, also like for the sport, it's not good for the
You're
sport.
supposed to agree on a let, actually, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, there's gonna be situations where you're still not gonna get the decision that you want, even though it's a fair game or something. But it's all part of the game. It's like any
Yeah.
sport, you know. Like refs are also not like they can't do everything. They can't see everything. Like, it's very normal. Like, some things you can only feel and like see inside of the court. But also, like, you take it as like, okay, if it's bad for me, it's bad for the other person as well. So I mean,
It is what it is, right?
yeah, it is what it is. Like, you have to move on.
Well, I
It's
think-
never gonna be completely like objective and like everything's gonna go smoothly. We have to be like prepared for that.
Yeah, but as long as it's fair on both sides. Right?
Yeah, exactly,
That's all
exactly.
you're really.
Yeah,
If it's bad reffing, but if it's bad reffing for both people, well, then it's basically still fair, right?
exactly. Like, cancels out.
Yeah. Right. Had a question, again, knowing way back in the Stone Ages when I went to university for my first year, we had, for the team sport, we had hazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Now, I know that you won't be able to divulge all the. What would be one good hazing story for your freshman year?
I mean, we do this one thing when like we have like a freshman initiation, if that makes sense. It's
Yep.
it's not
Yeah.
too bad, but like we do this thing where like the freshmen that come in, like the upperclassmen, we make them wear a certain like costume, and it's usually not like it's something funny. You're not gonna make them wear something nice. Like, I was Smurf when in my year.
Not bad.
Yeah, last year we made them like Teletubbies and stuff, which is not bad,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
Yeah, but the point is like, oh, you put like colors all over their face, and like it's Halloween or something, so not everyone's dressed like that, and they're supposed to go in public like that, you know.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
take them
still,
around campus.
yeah,
right?
but it's
Yeah,
also
it's
like I know for me I enjoyed it. Like, it was very fun. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I didn't feel awkward, because also like
Oh no,
you-
I had a blast doing it.
yeah
it brings
Wait, doing it?
exactly.
It
So, like,
brings
a
the
rite
team
of
together.
passage,
Oh, yeah,
too.
yeah,
It brings the team
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Like, ours was
A lot worse.
lower.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
I
Well,
could.
I don't think we want to mention that.
No,
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 nothing.
that's
Nothing I can talk about on air.
Yeah.
No, no,
It's
absolutely,
I don't think ours
absolutely.
is bad. It's actually very fun. And then afterwards, like, we go do like karaoke, and then we either like make the freshmen like sing, or they have to like get up on the chair and make a speech or something
Okay.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's not too bad, you know. It's all like part of
All
the
good fun, yeah.
Yeah,
Do,
it's all
do you
fun.
make them carry your bags and stuff? Or?
No, that would be like kind of, I don't know, too. But we do have like a thing where, like, we're supposed to like take the laundry. Okay, freshmen are gonna do it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, but that's also not like too bad.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally, and if I'm understanding you correctly, it brings the team together.
Yeah, exactly.
You get to know people.
Yeah, that's what I specifically really, really like about Penn, that we're like almost like a small family, like especially us girls, like, and guys, like, we're also very close to the boys team, which is also like a big plus, because believe it or not, but not all teams are like that. Also in other sports, because we're also like such a small team, so like we basically have to bond with each other. What I really like that we're so close as a team, and like when we like hang out, we don't talk about squash, we don't bond over squash. We just like talk about like random everyday like things, and
Yeah.
it makes it like, I don't know, just makes it a fun experience overall. Because like if your team is not good, then the experience would be much, much worse. But this way it makes it like a really fun experience. So
This was really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, going into next year, what's your primary goal vis-a-vis the university aspect of squash? What do you want to achieve next year?
yeah, so I think that I speak for everyone when I say this, but like our team, the women's team, wants to win the like nationals, like the league, and that's honestly our top priority. And hopefully we do it. I think we have a great team coming in. The new freshmen and transfers are coming, and I think everyone's hungry. And hopefully we can do what guys did as well last 2 years. So.
All right.
That's
Good luck. I
outstanding,
hope,
yeah.
I hope you guys
Thank
make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so
Go
much.
Penn.
Yeah, go Tigers.
Go Penn.
Okay. Well, that was our chat with Franka Vidović. We're
Yeah. Thanks for
super
coming.
happy to
Yeah, I
have.
really
Excellent,
enjoyed
yeah.
it. Thanks,
Super
guys.
happy to have
We're
you.
going to be following what's going on.
We're going to be
Thank
following,
you.
rooting for Penn, for the ladies squash team from Penn, and obviously rooting for you vis-a-vis the professional career and
And Olympics.
Olympics.
Future, perhaps
Oh, yeah.
a follow-up
Yeah,
on this
hopefully,
show.
yeah.
When
That
we
was-
get really big.
Yeah, we're big.
No,
Yeah, thank
but
you. I would love that.
I would
yeah.
definitely. I think it'd be fantastic
Yeah.
for next year when at the end of the school year to catch up and
How
see
to go
how
and
to
all
go,
that,
and where you're at. and
Perfect.
all
I would love to do that. I
New
really
things.
enjoyed this
Cool.
this type of.
I want to hear about
interview.
China.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, well, man,
that.
just
No, but
going
you
to
gotta
China.
say,
I
you
want to
gotta
go to
say it
China.
like you got to say it like the
I want to
Donald.
hear
way.
China.
Cool.
All right,
Thanks.
folks, we're gonna
Yeah.
wrap that up
Thank
now.
you.
Excellent.
Domagoj, Branko, Nikola, Franka,
Thanks.
Thank you.
keep it between the ditches.